This is another video brought to you by the Ichiban Productions. Like, comment, subscribe. So welcome everyone, happy days are here again. We're back and we got a brand new review. This time we're looking at the 8BitDo Pro 2 Bluetooth Gamepad. Before we get into this, I got another cheeky plug. If you saw my previous video, you know what I'm going to talk about. But look and check out this bad boy. Ooh, nice. So my friend who made me, of course, the Ichiban sweatband that I absolutely love to pieces, has got himself into bracelets and movie memorabilia and bits and bobs like that. And what he's done, he's created for me. Can you guess the colours? I know some of you will be saying, I think it's in Norwich or something like that. I don't know football. But anyway, this is from a game. Pause it now. I think what it is. It's Fallout. Of course, it's Fallout. Look at those glorious colours, and he's making these and he's selling them. So what I've done is I put a link to his website below. He's got loads of merchandise. It's absolutely amazing. It's definitely worth checking out, and especially for my subscribers and the friends of the channel, I've got a special discount code for you that I think gives you a beautiful 20% off, and the code is Ichiban. That's Ichiban. It's here, it's right here, it's somewhere at the top for you. It's Ichiban is the discount code. Type it in, get yourself 20% off, buy yourself some merch. It is awesome, and it's going to a regular, everyday, normal guy. You know, he ain't a big conglomerate making millions of dollars on the gimmicks. But have a look, you might find something you absolutely love. I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, Ichiban, didn't you review this a while ago? Well, yeah, sort of. What I did review, I think it was last year, is this beautiful controller. It is the 8BitDo SN30 Pro Plus. Now, I absolutely love this controller to pieces. It's absolutely amazing. It's my go-to controller for the Switch. Programmable buttons, it's got the old rapid press button, macros, beautiful triggers. It's amazing, and of course it's USB-C with an inbuilt battery. I love this controller. Check out my review of it if you are interested at all. However, what have 8BitDo done? 8BitDo done? What they've done is they've taken the old controller, which was near perfection, and hopefully perfected it. Oh, I'm so excited. One of the biggest selling points of this is it's got a companion app to change and remap the buttons and do the macros. And I don't know about you, on the old one, having to plug this into the PC and edit on the PC and unplug it and all that. So, oh, what a pain. This has got an app that can dynamically change this as it's connected to your Switch and your PC all at the same time. So you can do it dynamically there and then. And that, for me, sounds absolutely amazing. So what we're going to do is we're going to open it up. I'm going to use it for a while and give you my honest opinions. Is it worth the upgrade, or which one should you go for? You know, if you're going to buy one for the first time, do you go for the slightly cheaper one? Would you go for the executive model? Well, stick around and let's find out. To start, I want to say a huge, massive thank you to my girlfriend who got me this controller as a super special treat. If you've seen my previous video, she also got me this one as well. She saw how much I enjoyed this, saw the new one was coming out and thought Ichiban deserved a treat. So a huge, massive thank you to her. You know, I love her to pieces. Thank you so much. Taking a look at the front of the box. Now this looks similar packaging to the old one, I must admit, but we got the glorious Visage, the controller on the front. Now originally my girlfriend went for the matte black one, the straight up all black one, but this time she went for, you know, a bit of retro. She went for the PlayStation colours. Brings me back, it's nostalgia for the PlayStation 1, and here it is. Something you'll notice immediately, we got programmable profiles. So on the other one you had one profile and you better enjoy it. This one you can program, I think it's 3 different profiles for different games, so you can click it. Oh, amazing. I'll absolutely love it. Rapid fire button, we got that button here. I can't remember what it does, but there we go. There's the front of it there. Switch, Windows, Android, Mac OS and Steam. I'm hoping this works with the that adapter. Oh, the May Flash, that's it, the May Flash adapter. So hopefully this can work with other things as well. On the side we got nothing, on the other side we got nothing. On the bottom we got the 8BitDo picture, and then on the top we got the little hangy thing. I don't know if these are sold in retail abroad, but certainly not in the UK. You got to order these straight from Amazon, which is where my girlfriend got it for me. And on the back, very minimalistic. I love it. There's no messing. It just tells you exactly what you can use it on. Gives you a picture of the controller. And this is also prompted me to remember this bad boy's also got a feature that I absolutely love. It's got back buttons. Nice. Extra buttons is definitely a winner. It's that time we've all been waiting for. Let's crack it open and let's see inside. So off comes the slip case. Move it to one side here, and we've got a pretty solid cardboard box here. I like this. It feels secure. It's not going to get bashed about in transport, and I like the way it just lifts off. There ain't no dropping it like I normally do on YouTube. So here we go. Oh, nice. There it is. It's got the same plastic cover on to protect it from all the dust and grime. Oh, I can't wait to get it open. Here we go. Lifts off as easy as before, I believe. Oh, there it is. And boom, we are greeted with that controller. Nice. This literally brings back memories of the other one and how amazing it was to pick it up. Wow. Can you feel and can you hear them noises? Oh, yes. So there they are next to each other. They look very similar, but there are some definite subtle changes. That profile button in the middle, we still got the same light indicators on the bottom. On the top, still USB-C. It's got the same sort of features, and the you know, the trigger buttons. Are they the same style trigger? Yeah, almost identical. The buttons at the front feel absolutely identical. However, on the back, I'm not gonna lie, I've immediately found those those back buttons. They are an absolute treat. I love it to pieces. And then we got ourselves this toggle switch here. Now what this does, my understanding is it changes between the different settings. So at the moment it's highlighted. Let's have a quick look. It's got S, which of course is for Switch, Android, something and something. So these change the different settings. Now that little toggle switch before previously was inside the back battery port. So if you wanted to swap it and use it on Windows or whatever, you'd have to take that off, switch the switch, and what a massive pain. Now if you've seen my other video, you know getting that battery out the back is an absolute pain. So to have it nicely on the back there is an absolute treat. Also, if you can you see the material it's made of here? So that's a nice smooth material, that's a nice grippy material. Not that I dropped the other controller, but it's nice to have a bit of extra grip on there. I will say those back buttons seem quite easy to press, so you know, using it I'm going to need to be careful of that, but I'm really excited. I love the idea of being able to reprogram this on the app, because basically this was a right old pain. Sticking in your computer, doing it on an app, no time for that. We want to do it on the go, which looks awesome. So one continuous cut. Can I get into the back? Yep, there it is. And as you can see, it's got an inbuilt battery. Now there's absolutely no need to take that inbuilt battery out now, because you had to do it on the other one to change the different settings, but cleverly they've put it there. You can take it out, you can put AA batteries in. You know, I could have a spare backup battery in this one, move it across to this one now. Absolutely love it. Really nice. So let's check out what else is inside that box. You know what I can see, and oh no, it's an instruction manual. And you know what's worse than it being an instruction manual? It's one of those ones that fold out. But actually, that's not too bad. It doesn't like double over. That's pretty cool. So we've got all the instructions here, the pair button and the mode switch. Press and hold start for 3 seconds to turn off the controller. Sounds good, just like the other one. Switch mode, wired controller. Oh, Windows is obviously X, because why wouldn't it be, of course. Android is D, why wouldn't it be. And Mac is just not even labeled. That's good. So there we go. Turbo function. Oh yes, I do love the turbo function on this. We've got the batteries here, 20 hours of play. That's pretty good. AA batteries, and then we got obviously the different languages on the back. I can honestly say I'm thoroughly excited. What else have we got here? So we've got, yeah, just like the other one, we got ourselves our 8BitDo. Can you see the brand in there? 8BitDo. USB-C to USB-A. Perfectly good to charge. It's nice to give you a cable, because some of these companies nowadays are skimping on that and expecting you to have one already. So nice that it's all in there. Nothing else inside the box. So what are my initial thoughts? I am massively impressed. I mean, it's hard not to be. I was a massive fan of this one. How could I not be a massive fan of this one? However, I need to use it. The only concern I have immediately is how easily pressed the back buttons are, but I'm going to need to play some games to give you some honest opinions on that. Ooh, and I've got one of these sticky things to come off. Let's peel it off. It's always a treat. Noise. Yeah, I'm loving the buttons. They're always a treat. I think it's very similar. Really similar to the other one. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to use it, give it a good old bash on some Switch games. I'll come back to you and I'll let you know which one should you buy. Should you go for the cheaper one? Should you go for the Mega Deluxe one? Or if you've got this one, is it worth the upgrade? Stick around. I'll be right back. Oosh, and I'm back. Like I said, I'll be back. My goodness, I've been using this for a few days, and although that sounds like not a long period of time, I am definitely ready to talk about this controller. Keeping it, the short answer is yes, it is absolutely worth the money. I cannot believe how good this controller is. They've really taken the perfection which was the old controller, and with the Pro 2, they have absolutely mastered this, where I would say this was an epic must-buy. So I want to talk about some of my favourite features, some cool things. I'm going to show you it working with the app, and I'll let you make your own mind up, but my goodness, this is awesome. First things first, let's show it with the app, which I think is probably one of the biggest selling features of this. So you turn it on, load up the app, you download it. It's the 8BitDo Ultimate app, and immediately it starts connecting because you can see the replica of your controller here. So what you need to do to sync it is that starts flashing, you click it, and then boom, you're connected and you can edit it. The most amazing thing about this is you can do this whilst this is connected to a different device. So I was playing Hades on the Switch with the controller. I decided I wanted to make the back button B so I could do the dash, and all I had to do was literally load up the app. The app then connected to the controller, even though it's connected to the Switch, so I can still be playing on the old Switch whilst changing the buttons. So you can change the button mapping, there you go, the front and the back to your heart's content, but for me it's all about the mode settings. So what I've got here is you've got 3 profiles, that's one for each of those buttons. So if you click the button, it changes across, so I'm on profile 1 at the moment. So the 3 profiles, 1, 2, 3 obviously, and then there's one where it's not highlighted, in which case it's default. So a few things that I've done on profile 1. I changed the mapping for the back button to be B so I can help dash in Hades, and I've also got the turbo button. So one of the problems I had with this was figuring out, or should I say remembering, how the turbo button works. So if you want to make A turbo, you just press and hold A and press that turbo button. Now I've selected it as that, and then it's selected for being turbo. So then I just press A and you'll see the light rings flashes, and that shows that A is being repeatedly pressed. And then to deactivate the turbo, you press A again and hold it and click the button, and then the turbo's gone off. I absolutely think this is awesome, the idea of being able to change your profile and change the controller mapping whilst actually playing the game. It's just crazy. Whereas on the old one you had to connect it to the PC to do it, so that's all a big old faff moving around. I love it to pieces. It is an awesome feature. So you can obviously change the dead zones on the sticks, the trigger sensitivity, of course. You got the vibration, how vicious you want it, so you can move it up and down to your heart's content. Macros. So for those who don't know what macros are, is they program a series of button presses to a single button. So what you could do is you could change one of the back buttons to be a macro. So if you're playing, I think the example is on the old one, is if you're playing Street Fighter and you want to do a Hadouken, so what you can you can set that to the macro at the back button, and you just press it and boom, macro done. And then of course you've got the firmware settings. So mine is 1.02. so in the time I've had this controller there were 2 firmware updates. One of them dealt with stick drift, although I think that's a little bit of a gimmick at the moment. Everybody says their controller has stick drift. So 1.01 sorted that, and 1.02 did something about fixing the macros. And then anyway, the only other bit I need to show you is once you've messed around with it and stuff and you've changed settings, you click synchronize, and that will just upload the profile straight onto the controller, and then boom, you're ready to go to take on the world in your game. I think that is one of the best features of this controller. It makes it an absolute must buy because you can just change everything on the fly. It's awesome. Literally, I can't explain to you how good that actually is. I want to try and focus on the stuff that's different between the Pro 2 and the original controller. I mean, watch my old review, and everything I've said on the old review pretty much holds true for this one. The buttons, they're awesome. They're the right level of pressure. You know, the clickiness of them is absolutely perfect. It's a real nice retro design. Those 2 buttons remind me of the old NES buttons, which is pretty cool. So the big additions, I think, that make the big difference to this. One, it's got a grippy back. So hopefully, I showed you that before previously. It's texturized. It just adds to the feel of the controller. It's really, really nice. I did have concerns about accidentally pressing the back buttons. That's not been the case for me. When I wanted to press them, I pressed them, and when I haven't meant to press them, I haven't pressed them. So that's not been a big deal for me at all. Controller battery life seems awesome, but then again, the old one was, so that's nothing new there. I think this is basically the perfect iteration from the old one. So the question is, I guess, is what star rating am I going to give it? Whoa, we got to pump the brakes, old Ichiban, because I know what you're all thinking at home. You're thinking, Ichiban, you just got a new piece of tech. What about a case? Absolutely, I have got a case for it. It's a brand new Venom controller case. Again, I reviewed this on my channel. It's still my go-to controller case. It's absolutely perfect for the SN30 Pro. There's a little bit of wiggle room in there, but it's not too bad for a universal controller. And again, it gives you some stickers if you like stickers. And it's got USB-A to USB to micro USB. Yeah, that's it. Cable that came through with the actual case. No interest in that whatsoever. But yeah, I got a case for it. I highly recommend these cases if you're looking for any controller case. Watch my previous review. You know, if you're going on your mates and you want a case to protect your controller, this one is absolutely the one for you. So with that in mind, it is definitely time for that star rating. It'll come as no surprise what the star rating is. It's going to be about 5 stars out of 5 stars. I think that 8BitDo have made, I'm going to say it, I'm going to go out and say it, the perfect controller. This is absolutely incredible. If you're looking for a controller for your PC, for Mac OS, for, you know, Android phones, and of course for Switch, this is definitely the one to go by. This, for me, is better than the official Pro controller for the Switch, although it doesn't have the amiibo support and, you know, the extra sensitive vibrations, but for me that's not important. What's important is the flexibility of this, the overall feel of it, and the pure quality. I love the app. They've taken the most annoying thing about the old controller and made it absolutely perfect because you can do it on the fly. It still blows my mind. I do understand Bluetooth can connect to 2 things at once. I do understand that, but still, I think it's absolutely awesome. This is an absolute must buy. If you're still watching the video, watch it to the end, you know, because that's nice. But then as soon as you do it, get straight on Amazon, buy it. It was about 42 quid. I think my girlfriend paid for it. It was worth absolute every penny. The harder question to answer, of course, is it worth the upgrade if you've got the old one? Now, that is a tough one. I would probably say, if we're thinking about, you know, a scale of 1 to 10, I know I'm changing away from the star rating, but the scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably say the old one is probably an 8.5, because it is a bit annoying having to plug it into the PC, but for me, this is a clear 10 out of 10. I'd absolutely highly recommend this. If you got the cash for it, I'd probably say it is worth the upgrade. If you live in the UK, CEX will take trade-in on the old ones, so you can recoup a little bit of your money. Although having 2 of them, I think, is absolutely awesome nonetheless. They are superb controllers. I can't rate them enough. I want to say a big old Ichiban thank you to everyone who's subscribed to my channel. Press that button if you haven't already. You know, you don't miss out on my content. It'll make you feel good. I assure you, you won't regret it. So if you've got any comments, post them in the comment section below. Any questions, also post them below. Hopefully I've covered absolutely everything. However, if you've got any questions or thoughts or comments, please post them. I love reading them. I reply to each and every comment. It means the world to me that people are engaging with my content. It really, really does. I mean, for me, this is just a casual thing. I'm doing it on the side of my normal job, and I'm just enjoying it. It's just a bit of a laugh, but to know that it's making a difference to people, it means so much. I can't even say how much it means. You know what's coming next. Look after yourselves, take care of the people around you, and most importantly, stay out of trouble.